Once upon a time in the mystical world of Kronos, there were 20 terrifying and evil places that sent shivers down the spines of all who dared to venture near them. These places were said to be cursed by dark magic and inhabited by malevolent creatures that thrived on fear and despair. 1. The haunted forest of shadows, a dense forest shrouded in darkness, where twisted trees whispered eerie secrets and ghostly figures lurked in the shadows. 2. The cursed castle of doom, a towering fortress with crumbling walls and haunted halls, where the spirits of long dead knights roam the corridors seeking revenge. 3. The abyssal abyss, a bottomless pit of darkness and despair, where lost souls were said to wander for eternity, tormented by their own regrets. 4. The wailing wasteland, a barren expanse of desolation, where the wind carried the mournful cries of the damned, and the ground was littered with the bones of the fallen. 5. The sinister swamp of sorrow, a murky bog filled with poisonous fumes and treacherous quicksand, where malevolent spirits lured unsuspecting travelers to their doom. 6. The malevolent mountain of madness, a jagged peak that loomed ominously over the land, where ancient curses and dark rituals were said to have twisted the very fabric of reality. 7. The forbidden forest of fear, a twisted maze of thorns and brambles, where monstrous creatures hunted in the shadows, and the trees themselves seemed to come alive. 8. The haunted hollow of horrors, a deep ravine where the echoes of anguished screams reverberated through the air, and the spirits of the dead rose from their graves to torment the living. 9. The shadowy shores of despair, a desolate coastline where the waves crashed against jagged rocks, and the ghosts of shipwrecked sailors haunted the misty shores. 10. The maleficent marsh of misery, a foul swamp where the waters ran black with corruption, and twisted creatures slithered through the muck, feeding on the despair of those who dared to enter. 11. The eerie enclave of enchantment, a cursed village where time stood still, and the inhabitants were trapped in a never-ending cycle of fear and suffering. 12. The ghastly grotto of gloom, a dark cavern filled with the stench of decay, where monstrous beasts lurked in the shadows and the walls dripped with blood. 13. The dreadful dunes of desolation, a vast desert where the sun never shone, and the sand shifted to reveal the bones of those who had perished in the merciless heat. 14. The malevolent mansion of malice, the grand estate that had fallen into ruin, where the ghosts of its former inhabitants roamed the halls, seeking vengeance on the living. 15. The sinister sanctuary of shadows, a twisted temple where dark rituals were performed, and the walls were adorned with the bones of sacrificial victims. 16. The wicked woods of woe, a forest where the trees twisted and contorted into grotesque shapes, and the air was thick with the scent of decay. 17. The haunting halls of Hades, a labyrinthine maze of corridors and chambers, where the spirits of the dead wandered aimlessly, trapped in a never-ending cycle of torment. 18. The maleficent moors of misery, a desolate moor where the mist hung heavy in the air and the cries of lost souls echoed through the fog. 19. The shadowy stronghold of suffering, a foreboding fortress where the walls were stained with blood, and the screams of the tortured reverberated through the halls. 20. The cursed crypt of chaos, a dark tomb where the restless dead clawed their way out of their graves, seeking to drag the living down into the depths of eternal darkness. And so, the 20 evil and terrifying places of Kronos stood as a grim reminder of the darkness that lurked in the hearts of men and the malevolent forces that sought to corrupt and destroy all that was good and pure in the world. Only the bravest and most foolhardy dared to venture near these cursed places, for to do so was to risk one's very soul in the face of unspeakable horror.